Hi, in this video we will be learning about Java inner class. So inner class means one class which is a member of another class. So we can say inner class or nested class is the class which is declared inside a class or interface. This is what about inner class. So what is the purpose of having a nested class? So it's used to logically group classes in one place so that it can be readable and maintainable. For this purpose only we have nested class, a class that's been declared inside another class. So what are the types in that inner class? There are basically 4 types, but we can classify them as 2. One is static and non-static. So out of this 4, these 3 are non-static and the another is static inner class. So under non-static, nested member class, method local inner class and anonymous comes under non-static inner class. Let's see one by one. So nested member class. In case of nested member class, first we see here outer class and this is the inner class. So this is a class within a class, right? So here this class can access, this inner class can access any private instance variable in Java which can be of any outer class. So this inner class can access the private variable of the outer class. We can define the access of this class as private, public or protected. Okay. So how that outer class been instantiated is outer class followed by the object variable using new operator. How the inner class is initiated with the help of outer class dot inner class then the object variable. So via that it's been accessed. So this is about nested member class, a class within a class, and its private instance variable can be accessed by the inner class. Next, method local inner class. Here also the class is within the outer class, inner class is within the outer class, but inside the method of outer class. That's a difference between the previous one and this one. Here a inner class is inside the one class is inside other class, but in this case it's not inside any method, right? But here this class has been used inside the method. See, here it's the outer class and the outer class is having a outer method. Within that we are having the inner class. So this is called method local inner class. So once we have in outer method, inner method, in the outer class we have a method called outer method, in the inner class we have a method called inner method, right? So both having its own statements. Next, how that object of that inner class has been created within that class itself. Okay, in the main method, the object for the outer class is created. Inner class has been initialized only inside the method where the inner class is defined. So inner class is defined in the method outer method. So its object can be initialized within that method. Whereas the outer class method has been initialized in the main method. Next is static inner class. When we declare the inner class as static, we say it's static inner class. Right? So in this previous cases we don't have the inner class as declared as static. See, in the nested member class we have simple class inner class. In case of local inner class also we have class inner class, but in this case we have declared the inner class as static. So this is about static inner class. So static inner class, it's a static member of outer class. We can access it without initializing the outer class using a static method. So similar to static members, a static nested class does not have access to instance variable and method of outer class. Here having a static inner class, within that we have nested demo as the inner class that's been declared as static. Now we have a method, inner method in case of nested demo, then we have some information to be displayed. In the main, what we are doing is we are creating object variable for the inner class, and via that we are accessing this method. The object variable for outer class is not created since this is a static class. Next is anonymous inner class. Anonymous inner class, it is a class in Java that has no name. They are declared without any name. That is anonymous inner class. So they are created in 2 ways. One is subclass of specified type and another as implementer of specified interface. So in case of subclass of specified type, we can have a 2 class. So one class will be act as superclass and other class will act as anonymous class will act as subclass. So both class have a method, same method, and in anonymous class that method is overridden. That's about subclass or specified type. Next, implementer of specified interfaces. Here I am having a interface anonymous demo. I am having a method is declared, right? Next, in this class anonymous inner class, I am creating object for the anonymous class that implements the anonymous demo interface. Okay, let's see the example. See, first is nested member class, right? So nested member is a class within a class, and its private variable can be accessed. How it is accessed, that's what we are going to see. So this is the outer class, this is the inner class, right? So in this outer class I am having a variable value 1, in the inner class I am having a variable value 2. So both values have been initialized. So now how that value can be accessed? So in the main method, in the main I am creating object instantiating the outer class as well as initializing the inner class. How the outer class has been initialized? Directly as outer class name object variable equal to new that class name of, right? So in case of inner class I have to use in this way, outer class dot inner class, then object variable equal to outer dot new inner class of. So this is the object variable for inner class. So via that inner I can access the value. Suppose I am having this as private. Okay, so what is given? The field outer class dot value 1 is not visible. So this is not visible now. So how that can be accessed? So when I have, this is the outer class, this is the inner class, I am having a two variable value 1 and value 2. When I want to access that value, I can simply write in the main method as outer that variable object variable dot value 1 object variable dot value 2, right? So if this has been declared as private, I cannot access in that way. So if I want to access, I can access by having a method in the inner class. In the inner class I am having a method get value, in that I am returning the value 1. So now I am invoking the method via the object variable. Now we will execute. Let's see the output. So this is a get value method of inner class and the value 100 has been returned. Okay, if I am not declaring as private, I want to add these two values, I can execute in this way. Okay, if I declare that value as private, how that can be accessed by inner class? That's what we are seeing now. Okay, this is about nested inner class. Next is method local inner class. In case of method local inner class, we are having two classes, right? Outer class and inner class. Outer class is having outer method, inner class is also having an inner method, both having its own information to be displayed. So method local inner class is a class inside another class, but inside of the method of the super class. So here super class is outer class, the outer class is having a method outer method, inside that I am defining inner class. So this is called method local inner class. So object can be initialized for this inner class inside the method where it's been defined. So this object is being, inner class of object is being initialized in the method itself, whereas the outer class object is being initialized in the main method. Hope you can view it clearly. I'll just repeat it once again. See, I am having two class, outer class and inner class. In the super class I am having a outer method, then again in the inner class I am having a inner method, right? So I am having a statement as this is inside outer class method, and this is inside the inner class method, right? Hope you are able to see two classes are there, a class within a class. Inner class is inside the outer class, both having a method and its statement to be displayed. Next, since this class has been defined inside the superclass method, see this class has been method has been open, but it's not closed here. But within that method itself, we are defined the inner class, right? So this is called method local inner class. So the object for this inner class need to be initialized within the method. So in this way, the method local inner class is being created. Next is anonymous inner class. So in case of anonymous inner class, as we said that it won't have any name, right? So here we can have interface to be used. So I am having an interface anonymous demo in which I am having a method declared. Next, in the anonymous inner class, the main method class, I am just creating object for the anonymous class that implements anonymous demo interface. See, here I am having an interface with a method declared, and in this class I am having an object created for the anonymous class, and within that I am just defining the method. Then after that I am invoking, this is invoking the method. After creating object, I am just invoking the method. This is about anonymous inner class. So we have seen about non-static inner class. One is nested inner class, next is nested member inner class, next is method local inner class and anonymous. The difference between nested member class and method local inner class is both are within super class. The base class is within the super class, but in case of method local inner class, it's inside the method of the super class. Next we are going to see about static inner class. See, in the static inner class, see I am having a superclass outer C and my subclass is inner C, right? Inner class. So this been declared as static. So in both class I am having a variable declared and the value has been initialized, right? So in case of the main method, I am creating object. I am initializing object variable for the classes. So here how the object has been created for inner class. Outer superclass dot subclass object variable equal to new operator I am using, next superclass dot inner class of. So this is the way in which I have to initialize the object variable for the inner class. Then I can access the object variable via that inner class object variable. I can access the value of inner class. So in case of static inner class, a class will be inside another class, but the subclass will be declared as static, right? Now how object is created? The object for that has been created in the main with the help of the outer class. So outer class followed by inner class, then the object variable. So this is the way in which static class members is been accessed. You see another example for static inner class. Here I am having a class static inner class, and within that I am having nested demo, and in that this is my static class. The class within a class, the inner class is declared as static, and I am having a method, inner method, in which I am having some statement. Now how I am creating object variable for that class. So outer class dot inner class object variable equal to outer class dot inner class of. Then I am accessing the method. So this is the way in which we can create static inner class. Let me execute the first example. See, I am having two values. I am just displaying the second inner static class value. This one will execute. So this is a nested class. So inner class, or we can say nested class, a class within another class is nested class, right? There are four types of class. One is basically we can divide it in two types. One is static and non-static nested class. In case of non-static, three things are there. First is nested member inner class, method local inner class, and anonymous inner class. And another is static. If a class inner class is declared as static, we say it's a static inner class. Thank you. Keep learning.